What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be going over what I think is the greatest opening ever. It's called the Vienna with the white pieces. And yeah, let's just get into it. I think this opening has been responsible for much of my growth, like getting to 2,000. Now I'm around 2,200. I have about a 60% win rate with this opening. And below 2,000, you should probably get up to like 70%. So yeah, this opening is really good. And I think if you play this opening and become really good at it, you can probably win a lot of crazy games, just because of how many tricks and how like understudied this opening is. A lot of people don't really study this opening as black, so I think you can definitely get some great wins with this opening. So let's just get right into it. All right, so the Vienna starts out with e4, e5, and then we get knight to c3. Most players play knight f3, but no, we play knight to c3. The whole point is f4. We leave this move open. We want to attack the e5 pawn, not by knight f3, but rather with using a flank pawn f4. It has a lot of ideas, you know, just getting here and moving the knight after the pawn is moved, which is really nice. Now, the important thing about f4 is you always have to remember this queen has this diagonal, you know. This diagonal to the king is very weak, but we'll get into that later. Now, the most common reply to knight c3 is knight f6. The other replies are knight c6 and bishop c5. Bishop c5 is, you won't get into it a lot, but if you do see bishop c5, I will cover in this video, so don't worry about that. Knight f6, and then we play f4, the Vienna Gambit. The Vienna Gambit is essentially just an improved king's gambit. So first we'll see what happens if they accept this gambit. Now, accepting this gambit is actually really bad. They really shouldn't take here, but I'll probably put up a link of video. I actually tricked an international master with this move. He accepted the Vienna Gambit, and I completely crushed him. So that was pretty cool. So now you push e5, and you attack this knight. And the good thing about this attack this knight is this knight actually has nowhere to go. If it goes here, it gets taken. If it goes here, it gets taken. If it goes here, it also gets taken. If it goes here, it also gets taken. So its only move is knight to g8. And obviously, moving your knight and then moving it back is not good. So you've won a lot of tempo immediately. Now, the important move here is knight f3. Don't forget this move. I know I've lost some games because I actually play like d4 or something and forget that my king's axle is weakened. So I just play like d4, and then I get hit with queen h4. And I get here, and then it's just like, it's just really bad. So make sure you always protect this h4 square. For something like knight f3, very simple. First of all, you defend this pawn. You also protect this h4 square. Here, black has a lot of moves, but basically to every move, you'll play d4. And the whole point of d4 is just to recapture this pawn. If they try to, like, say, defend it, it doesn't really work because you can just push d5 and you can push this knight around. You just have a lot of good moves here. Like if this knight is to move, just like kick this around, you know, like, and then you can play h4. You can just keep on attacking it, you know, attack, attack, attack. Like that's the whole point of the Vienna. That's why I like it so much, because you can just keep on attacking. So you just go d4, and there's really nothing black can do here. Usually they try to play like d6, or sorry, not. Usually sometimes they play like d6 or something. You can just pin the knight, and then you can hop your knight into the center, and then just take back like this, and you're doing very fine. Now, another move people do after e5, instead of retreating the knight immediately, they get tunnel vision. They see, oh, I can pin this pawn, but it's actually very bad, because you can unpin it here, and then now they're forced to move their knight back. And then, again, make sure you watch out for queen h4, so develop a knight f3. And, again, your basic plan is to go d4, take, long castle, and you have a very good position. Your pawns will be in the center. But I want to go over a very important variation, a very important trick. If they go d6, I see a lot of players do this, because a lot of times when you have a pawn advance this far to the 5th rank, people like to just attack it with d6. And this move actually completely loses on the spot because of knight to d5. A lot of people below like 1800 will not see this coming. I guarantee you'll win at least a game with this. I've won probably like 5. So the whole point of knight to d5 is you're attacking this queen, but more importantly, this queen has no good squares. It's really only got 3 safe squares, and these squares aren't even safe. If it goes to e6, you get into a royal fork right here, which is really nice. A lot of players see that, but these two moves are essentially the same. They go here, you take here, discovered attack, they move their king, now you take here, and now their king has nowhere to move. So they forced to take with the queen, and now you're up a queen in just the first few moves of the game. So make sure you remember this line. You'll definitely win a couple of games with this. Very important variation to remember. So that's what happens if they take. Another move I see is d6. Not really anything to be scared about. Pretty passive move. Bishop c4, you play d3, you castle. You're doing pretty good. The main line is d5. So you can take here, and then they take here, and you move your queen to f3. I like this variation. If they take here, take with the b pawn, because then you'll be ready to push d4. You got this nice thing here. Don't really worry about the double pawns. Your opponent might play c5. It's important not to take like this, because actually they don't even have to take. You have these very ugly triple pawns, so do not take. Go here, and it looks like they can just get some tempo with c4. They really can't, because bishop f5, nice little trade, and you're doing pretty good here. Just develop castle, life's pretty good. That's pretty much what happens if they take. If they go knight c6, try and attack this e5 pawn, pin it, make sure to pin it, and then they take here. And then you take with the d pawn, very important, take with the d pawn. Queen h4 is the next move. I don't know why you don't take with the b pawn, but it has something to do with d4. Not d4 now, but queen h4, it's some variation. Like if you go g3, it's just apparently just not good. So I don't really know why. So just take with the d pawn. And the main line just essentially goes like this. You go like this, this, and you got a pretty even position here. You got some really good play on the f-file, and your bishop pretty much free to develop. You can even long castle, so you got some really good prospects. So I don't think the main line is anything to be worried about. If anything, you'll always get a good position out of the Vienna. I can guarantee you that. You'll never be like struggling for an advantage or anything like that. So that's what happens if knight f6. Now, knight c6, we play bishop to c4. Now, black has basically two options I've seen. Bishop c5 or knight f6. If knight f6, go d3. And really anything they do here, go f4, knight f3, and castle. That's just the whole game plan. If they do that, so... not really much to look into that. If they go bishop c5, you're going to play what's called a copycat. If they play the copycat variation, you go queen to g4. And there's a lot of interesting lines we can get into here. Essentially, the whole point is you're attacking this g7 pawn. So sometimes, a lot of times actually, opponents will play queen to f6. They see this nice little scholar's mate, and you don't really do anything about it. You just go knight to d5. They take here, you move. And really, black doesn't do a lot here, I'm going to be honest. A lot of players with black, they'll play like really any move here. They play usually g6, I've seen, to protect g7 because they see that. But it's actually not a good move because knight h3, this queen's only move is to d4. And really interesting queen trap. You go d3, protecting this bishop, and then on the next move you play c3. Sorry, I don't know what that was about. Next move you play c3, and the queen's actually trapped. So you can get a lot of people like that. The main line, though, is king to f8. And I've never gotten this in an actual game before, so I don't think you will either. But it just goes like this. I'm just going to be going through some moves. You probably will never get them. But, yeah. I really don't think you'll ever get these moves. Yeah, something like this. Like, I guarantee you'll never get this. And even here, white's still plus 0.79, which is a really good advantage. But I guarantee you'll never get this. Nobody in their right mind will ever play king to f8 to defend this g6 pawn. I've only ever seen g6 to defend g7, sorry. Another move they can do is just go g6 right now. In which case you go queen to f3, you're attacking this. They go here, you go knight to e2. Very important move. You have to stop knight to d4. Maybe like if they go d6, just go h3, stop that. And now I've won a couple games just purely off of luck. Just like this. And I take advantage of this pin. Because this knight is like very weak because they moved here. So you can just really take advantage of this pin. I've won a couple games like this. They go king to g7, you hop your knight into d5, you take advantage of this horribly placed knight. So I've also won with that idea, so make sure to remember that as well. But yeah, that's about it for the copycat variation with knight c6. Now the last move we'll go into is what happens if they play bishop to c5. And in this position, I'd honestly recommend not going for any f4 stuff. I've tried f4 before, and it really does not lead to good positions just because of how weak this king's diagonal is and how kind of annoying this bishop is on this diagonal, I'm not going to lie. But I guarantee you this move will probably be the least common reply to knight c3, so you really shouldn't worry about it. I just recommend going knight f3, just basic e4 stuff, you know, d3 castles, maybe get your bishop out here, queen here, connect the rooks, just really basic chess. And this variation, try not to overcomplicate stuff. I've gotten a lot of losing positions by playing f4, and I know this move can be good, but I really don't want you to get into the positions that I've gone with this move. So just trust me, go with knight f3, bishop c4, d3, bishop here or here, castle, queen d2. That's just the entire game plan with that. And with that, that is the entire Vienna opening to get started. Of course, you can do much more studying on your own. I didn't really cover every single aspect of the opening and every single thing that I possibly know. This was just basically an overview of the Vienna. And I think this basically hits all the points that anybody under 2000 will need to improve. I guarantee you win like 70% of your games if you just remember these lines, because this opening was extremely helped me when I was under 2000 and needed to get to that rating. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and please subscribe, like, and share if you want to see more videos like these.